Senator Kent, what exactly? We're hearing stories reaching the newsroom that Besson Street police station was attacked last night. Can you confirm?
The answer is yes. However, the law enforcement agencies, they're in full control of the situation. What happened last night, there was an exchange of gunfire. It's unofficial reported maybe between rival gangs in areas just outside of the Besson Street police station. And so there were two related incidents. One was involved the exchange of gunfire between possible rival gangs, and then it is perceived that on their departure from the area, shots were dealt at the Besson Street police station. Unconfirmed reports will say that there may be three persons that succumbed to their injuries, so there may be three fatalities. No members of the law enforcement agencies. However, there would be the situation now where we have seen that criminal elements have now actually fired upon a police station. This is I think this might very well be a first, and especially with the type of the weapons that were used. And it will again emphasize my point that for the last few months, I hate to use the words of "I told you so," but I plead with the nation that for those persons who seem to always want to find negative aspects to certain things that are being done now that you see in national security, because you're not aware of it, because you fear change, let us understand that these things, they are critical. Persons, we are sending children to the lab until people will condemn us. I would love to hear what they have to say now. When shots are being fired now at police officers, and then but they want to condemn police officers when it is that they shoot back at criminal elements. What do they have to say now? When 5.56 rounds are now being fired upon at police officers in their stations, and I'm trying to acquire armored personnel carriers to protect these police officers because their lives are at risk. I would like to hear what they have to say now. When people refer to soldiers as killing machines, when it is critical for soldiers to be there to assist the police in their patrols, I would like to hear what they have to say now. Reserves being called out to assist and boost the soldiers, but they say it is an indirect state of emergency to put fear in the country. What do they have to say now? And the point being is that we cannot sit idly by, bury our heads in the sand and feel that the problem will go away. We have to fight fire with fire, and every time it is we try to do something to ensure that our law enforcement officers are protected. There are few persons that continue to deliberately make statements to beg us back.
Now,
we
have to ask you,
and we need to do what we need to do.
If you tell me it's time to fight fire with fire, is it a wild, wild west situation? And the fact that these gangs feel comfortable enough to open fire at each other within such close proximity to a police station means that they don't respect the police officers. So where do we draw the line?
And it makes it even more difficult when we are putting systems to try to ensure that the police officers are protected. Persons condemn us when it is that we're doing what is required. We must never have a situation where Trinidad and Tobago can reach like Jamaica, where certain areas the law enforcement agencies cannot patrol. And even to the point now where these people they actually have the feeling that they are in such control that they can actually fire upon a police station. There is a war there. This is no different to terrorist activity. And we need to ensure that we put systems in place and move forward, not bury our heads in the sand and hope that the problem goes away.
Now, Senator, my final question to you, has anyone been held? Because we have had a brazen attack, gangs opening fire, then obviously shots, high-powered rifles being used in an attack against a police station. Has anyone been held? And 3 persons are dead. When the smoke is cleared, we understand that 3 persons have succumbed to their injuries.
Yes, at this time, I have no reports of that at this time.
That no one has been held. Now, Senator, my final question to you, because we have key members of the business community here this morning. The fact that these guns are entering our country, they're obviously not being manufactured here, Minister. The fact that you are now telling me high-powered rifles are being used, not only in the exchange of between gangs, but being used upon law enforcement officers. Where are they coming from, and what is the solution?
Well, again, the solution is both. It is not too much of just trying to protect our borders, because there's nothing to state that these weapons have entered our country through illegal ports of entry. They may also be through legitimate ports of entry. Hence the reason for the new scanners being acquired. Hence the importance of intelligence gathering, and to ensure that proper systems are put in place to prevent them from illegal ports of entry and legitimate ports of entry. But also, just as important, we need to ensure that our law enforcement agencies are protected and supported by the national community in the performance of their duties. We can't afford to condemn the police officers at every turn when they're going out there to protect and serve.
What is going to happen in this area now? Has Besson Street been locked off? And are we going to see army personnel being moved in to that area now following this attack on a police station?
Yes, and most probably when I do that, people will try to condemn me and say that I'm militarizing the police, so I'm putting too many soldiers in Laventille, and I'm turning this place into a police state.
Are you going to send?
I am going to do what needs to be done, which is to ensure law and order in our country, and it is going to be done within the law.